Hi everyone, my name is Arcadius. I will try to make this video as quick as I can. It's not scripted, so I'm just gonna talk out of my mind. I'm just gonna treat you as a friend that I wanna share some news with. I was starting to develop QuinSpin in, I think, 2018. I had some ideas before in 2016 when I came to London first. At some point in 2018, I said like, okay, I need to do it. So I dug up my sketches and I said like, let's create something and see if it's gonna work. I just basically challenged myself to do something, to make it happen and see by trial and error if it's gonna work. So what I have with me and what I would like to show you is what we came up with when I moved to Cardiff 3 years ago. That was the first prototype that was actually printed. All the prototypes before were made of scrap plastic and paper and cardboard. This is actually the first prototype that we've made with multi-jet fusion from HP. But the idea was here for the inside to be slidable to the casing, so we can basically fit it in the knock tube. Then kind of I abandoned the idea because I didn't like the knock tube. So I said, you know, I'm gonna focus on the built-in design because that's what I would like to have in my coffee shop. Some more prototypes here. Slightly bigger, you know, one kind of piece. This prototype was supposed to work on a no spring mechanism, but I didn't really like the way it worked because you had to position yourself at 90 degrees, and I didn't really like how it felt when I was using it. So then after some moderation, there's one prototype missing here. I don't have it because we only had 10 units of those. I will show you some pictures if I find it. Then we ended up with this one and we launched in 2020 in November. We were actually making brushes by hand. We were buying horsehair from a supplier. We were weighing it on the jeweler scale, to be precise. We were pulling the hair through the aluminum rings like this, and then we were making strands of hair like this, and we were basically sliding them in our brush that we then had this design. What we wanted to achieve was make the brush recyclable or refurbishable to keep the maintenance low, because the base of the brush is still good. So if the hair deforms, there's no point of throwing out the base of the brush and generating more trash. So we wanted to design a brush that was kind of more sustainable. This is how the brush looked after sliding the bristles in with the aluminum rings. Then we were trimming it according to the geometry of the basket, and kind of this is what we ended up with. Then we've learned that the horsehair is too thin and it was being pulled by the holes in the basket. This forced us to rethink the idea and kind of create something that was not only more durable but also would help us speed up the process of assembly, because this brush, it was very labor intensive process, and this took us 4 hours to make one brush. I've redesigned the brush like this. We found a German supplier for the bristles that are made from polypropylene. We realized that the results are good for cleaning, and our customers who already had QuinSpin confirmed, we started to make brushes from polypropylene. The design is slightly different, but as you know, every brush will deform. So what will happen after 10-20,000 cycles, depending how much you push on the brush, your brush will deform because it's spinning and because you're pressing on it. So it will look ugly after some time from the spinning, and you will have to refurbish it. That's why we wanted to make it refurbishable, and you can basically remove the bristles itself, keep the brush, slide the new bristles in, and you're ready to go. After trimming, it's gonna look like this. Like brand new. That's the idea. We want to keep the maintenance low. We want to keep your business costs low, and, you know, keep you going, speed up the process of making your coffees. Thanks to the feedback that we are getting from our customers, we've learned a lot. This model wasn't very heavy duty, plus coffees a day or 200 coffees a day and more, because the switches that were inside were too small and couldn't handle the load. Also, we've realized that this place here is not really good for the main switch to be, because it was being hit by portafilter and the coffee was getting here stuck inside. So there are a few elements that we've learned, and we also had a lot of problems with vapor penetration here. We've improved as much as we could, and then we decided to launch an Indiegogo campaign that is still live. Take all the feedback that we could and then create a heavy-duty version that would be suitable for our customers who are doing 50 kilos a week and more. Just keep them going with no problems. What you see online on our Indiegogo campaign, this is the newest model that we have. We've hidden the switch. You cannot hit it anymore. This top part acts like a switch. It's on magnets here. We have 4 magnets, and when it goes back into its own position, and the switch is already engaged because it's, you know, hidden here in the back. And now you're ready to go. This is the newest model. When you press it down, it's gonna gauge. If you remove it, the switch is off. You can basically easily remove it, you know, to clean it. At the end of the day, we're gonna give you a brush like this. It's a power wheel brush for easy cleaning of the inside, so you don't have to spend too much time cleaning this inside in the end of your shift. So this is how we got here. This is what we have now. We've made it to fit our container that we already have. We're not gonna produce our own container because there's no point for it. The container was only for people that have no ability to cut the hole in the counter or have no space. You can hang the container with a mount on the edge of your bar, or you can just place it on top. Some of our customers are being creative with the container that we have. They remove the bottom, they cut it out, the bottom of the container, and once they hang it on the wall or any vertical surface, they have a very long bin bag that is sitting on the ground, so the coffee grounds can sit here. It's gonna keep you all day like that. That's kind of the first part of this video that I want to discuss. A speed up story of where we are